Is the old Lee Kuan Yew residence getting demolished? The answer is kind of complicated. First, to recap, 38 Oxley Road, which is a colonial-era bungalow, is well known for being late Lee Kuan Yew's old residence. His three children, SM Lee, Lee Hsien Yang, and Lee Wei Ling, were all born there. Although SM Lee and Lee Hsien Yang have since moved out, Lee Wei Ling continued to stay there. Lee Kuan Yew himself had previously expressed that the house should be demolished either after his death or after Lee Wei Ling moves out, citing urban planning and potential high cost of maintaining as reasons. He said that the Lee siblings can have old photos to remind them of the past. Everyone seemed to be on board until 2017, when Lee Hsien Yang and Lee Wei Ling published explosive statements on Facebook, kickstarting a public dispute that lasted 4 years. Lee Hsien Yang and Lee Wei Ling were unhappy about how SM Lee handled the issue of whether to demolish 38 Oxley Road and accused SM Lee of trying to retain the house for political advantage. They also revealed that a ministerial committee had been formed to explore alternative options for the house. They also accused SM Lee of abusing his power in office with a vast and coordinated effort, preventing them from honoring their late father's wishes. SM Lee was disappointed in his siblings for publicizing private family matters and denied the political allegations. He clarified that he has not been involved in all discussions and government decisions related to the house since 2015. In fact, SM Lee sold his share of the house to Lee Hsien Yang around late 2015. He also clarified that the siblings were aware of the formation of the ministerial committee led by then DPM Teo Chee Hean, and that it doesn't actually make decisions but rather suggestions for the future government. SM Lee also questioned the legitimacy of the demolition clause in Lee Kuan Yew's final will. SM Lee acknowledged that the demolition clause was removed from earlier iterations of his will, but was reinstated in the 7th and final will prepared by Lee Swet-Fern, Lee Hsien Yang's wife, and a lawyer herself. The demolition clause in the will is a key point of subsequent arguments. SM Lee had concerns about if his father was aware of the demolition clause in his last will. He stated in a statutory declaration that it is necessary to go beyond the last will in order to establish what Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's thinking and wishes were in relation to the house. Later, Lee Wei Ling, in a Facebook post, said that Papa and Mama had long decided they wanted it demolished after they were gone. It will require unbelievable lack of intelligence or determined denial to not understand what Pa and Ma so unambiguously wanted. An investigation by a disciplinary tribunal on the last will was appointed, which led to the court of 3 judges in 2020 finding Lee Swet-Fern guilty of misconduct by misleading Lee Kuan Yew. They also commented on Lee Hsien Yang's conduct, saying he had been deceitful. The couple have since left Singapore and were granted asylum in the UK. So with Lee Wei Ling's recent death on October 9th, what will happen to the house? According to a 2018 report from the Ministerial Committee, although Lee Kuan Yew preferred to demolish it completely, he was also prepared to accept other options, citing historical value and public sentiment. This includes preserving the house fully as a national monument or preserving only parts of the house, like the dining room, where historically significant meetings took place. The National Heritage Board is keeping options open and currently looking into making a preservation order, but noting that it can be amended or revoked as the government of the day considers appropriate. On the day of Lee Wei Ling's death, Lee Hsien Yang posted on Facebook conveying a statement from her, appealing for the demolition of the property to honor my father by honoring his wish. He later expressed his wish to build a small private dwelling exclusively owned by the Lee family on the site after its demolition. For now, it remains unclear what will happen to 38 Oxley Road next.